Welcome to Cranbourne Golf Club. My name's Marco, I'm the golf professional here. Today I'm going to do a little piece on chipping, just in regards to choosing the right sort of golf club to use. Now, a couple of things with most amateur golfers is there's a few pieces of information they don't really know. Now, one of them is just your standard distance in terms of a landing shot. So we have covered this a little bit on another video, but basically speaking, if I do a certain type of golf swing, in this case a chip shot, it's only a small one, the ball will go a certain distance. Now, you can see out here in front of you, in front of me here, I've got a square on the ground, which is around about sort of 11 to 12 metres from me. Now, what that is that's my standard distance in terms of a chip shot. So we've covered that on another video, but this time I want to show you one in terms of working out what our halfway club is. Now, why do you want to know that? Is club selection when you're out on the golf course is really important, choosing the right golf club. So one of the things that golf pros do know is they know how far the ball goes in the air and therefore how far it will then roll with the different golf clubs. So I'm going to show you a way of actually figuring that out. So what I've got here is I've got my 50-degree golf club, which is my gap wedge, and I've got my 54-degree sand iron. Now, as a general rule for me, well, for anyone, essentially that either of those two golf clubs will be their halfway club. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just hit a couple of shots, have the ball land in around about that square, and then let it roll out. Now, I'll just hit sort of 5 or 10 shots with each club, and just get you to see where the ball actually rolls to. Then we're going to measure the distance from where it lands to where it rolls to. So I'll just start with my sand, actually no, I'll start with my gap wedge first, because it'll go a little further. So I'm just going to hit a couple of shots, just my chipping action. So not a really big swing. Club will finish pointing at the ground, just a small one. I didn't quite hit that one so well. Ooh, nearly hit that flag. Okay, so just hit sort of 4 or 5 shots here. Come on, Mark. Nothing worse than a bad demonstration. Okay, so a couple more. Alright, so Tim, if you just want to come up here. So essentially, probably went through that a little faster than what I would normally go through it, but I wanted the balls to land around about here, which is around that sort of 12-metre mark, which is my standard distance, so I can produce that reasonably consistently, unless of course hit the ground first. Alright, so from here, this is 12 metres. I want to then measure from here and work out where those balls are starting to roll to. Now, I didn't hit every one of them okay, so I'm probably going to take the 3 balls at the back rather than the couple of ones at the front, because I didn't quite hit them right. Okay, but if I count from number of steps from the middle of this square, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it works out to be exactly where these 3 balls are here. So essentially, if I hit a chip shot with my standard distance, which is 12 metres, the ball then rolls another 12 metres. All right, so that's my halfway club. So for me, it's either going to be around about your gap wedge or your your sand iron. What you want to do is you want to figure out what golf club lands around about your standard distance, which for me is 12, what then rolls out to be this distance. All right, so for me it's going to be probably in this situation my gap wedge. These balls don't go quite as far as a standard ball, but normally it's around that gap wedge sand iron distance will be your halfway club. Really important thing for you to have figured out. So come out here onto a green, don't worry about the hole necessarily. What you want to do, my standard distance obviously is 12 metres. I've put a square out. You can put some golf clubs out there like what I just did, or you can put a tee out if you know what it is. Try and hit a few chip shots landing around that spot, and just let the ball roll out into a certain spot, then measure that distance and you'll get a really good idea as to how far the ball rolls off the different golf clubs. So in this case for me, on this green, these conditions, my halfway golf club is my gap wedge. Now, in a minute when we're going to do another video, I'm going to do a game on measuring off, which is then understanding what golf club we want to use and where we land it to have the ball finish up inside a circle. So we're going to do the next video just on terms of understanding which club to use in what situations, and I'll be using this circle up here around the hole. Alright, so from a practicing point of view, what you want to do is practice your standard distance, which is, yes, I do a swing from here to here, the ball goes a certain distance, for me it's 12. Our halfway golf club is then working out how far it then rolls. Once you know that, the next part becomes really easy. And that's an exercise you want to do to help your chipping.